We have to be careful dating to marry because it causes us to skip over the natural stage of building with a person, especially understanding compatibility versus chemistry. When you jump from strangers to being in love, you could force qualities that match your idea of marriage without evaluating the capacity for this person to consistently give it to you. Dating to marry does not mean intentionally looking for things that might have you choose quickly just because you're tired of looking, because that's actually settling. We might force outcomes just so that it ends in marriage. And if you think that dating has to accompany catching feelings, then change how you date. There's no sense in hurrying up to get married if you already set yourself up for an even faster divorce. Dating to marry puts a lot of pressure on you to become exclusive immediately just because you want the end result to be marriage. You could want someone to see who you are enough to marry you immediately, even when you often might not take who you really are on the first few dates. The point is to find someone who is interested in marriage or kids at all, not trying to size up whether they instantly see this in you on a first date or the first few. It's audacious to assume that someone who newly meets you should just know right away about how you resolve conflicts and you are not getting your way, or if you have a level of discipline or accountability, or even if you are worthy of making 50% of their child with them. Part of dating is slowly eliminating your other options to secure your confidence in making the best decision for a relationship. So when you only make room for one dating option to prove it to you, you're immediately susceptible to excusing deal breakers up front, all for the sake of a possible union in the end. People are often offended by being an option while dating, as if someone is about to risk their entire roster for you and a few feelings that they haven't even seen as consistent yet. The biggest hurdle people experience is having sex and developing feelings while dating, then begin to feel used and broken when they begin to want a relationship from someone who doesn't even know about you yet or would objectively want to build and understand you yet. This is actually the cycle that can start the idea that dating the date is a waste of time. When actually, if you remove the pressure of finding a spouse in the person you're dating, you get to enjoy being treated the way that you desire to be as a human first, then as a friend, and then as a partner. This is called dating with a purpose. Treat me the way I treat myself. And if you treat yourself poorly or inconsistently, it might be time to start dating yourself first. So many people avoid the reality that a marriage does not remove, mask, or excuse a poorly established relationship. Rushing to the finish line does not mean you will cross it. That stuff takes time to build, and no. Date with the intent to remove the pressure of expecting a relationship up front. The goal isn't to compete and rush into a marriage to prove to the world that you are also capable of love like everyone else. It's to stay happily married to a person you would actually want to marry again. Like what you've heard? Then join me every week right here for Therapy Thursday.